Shalom, shalom. Giving all honor and praise to the Most High Yah and to His Son Yahweh Shai. About the access of the Most High coming to y'all again for another Wednesday class to get edified in the Lord's Word, seeing, reading and teaching. Thus said the Lord. The name of the class today is called Alms and Tithes. One of the sisters asked us to go back into retouch on this again. I know a lot of times people have a lot of questions, man. You know, the ones that's kind of been diligent with us, man. If y'all got any questions, some y'all want us to bring out, just hit us up, man, or hit the comment board, man. We might have to touch on a few things if so be for the edification purpose of Israel. First precept we're getting into, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7.
Book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Read it over again.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
The Bible told us wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, because a lot of our people don't really register what wisdom is. They don't want to give wisdom. Only thing they want to do is just get their own vain word. And they said, with all I get a understanding, because a lot of our people don't have understanding of the Bible. They miss a lot of stuff because they don't know how to interpret scripture by going precept upon precept. And a lot of time our people get lost in Christianity because of those things.
And a lot of times our people don't know the difference between alms and tithes. It's the difference between those two, and that's, we'll touch on that today.
Next precept, let me get Revelations 1 and 3. Because like Ox saying, a lot of people don't understand the difference between tithe and offering. Some people think that, we need to give our offering, give our 10%, but we're gonna go into that today to explain it a little bit better, because a lot of our people don't understand the difference in between the two. Right. Read it out.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
See, the Bible said, blessed is he that readeth, because a lot of our people don't want to get in and read this Bible, man. A lot of our people have been taught by their so-called pastors or by their so-called leaders, and they that's all understanding they get. They don't open up the Bible and read for themselves, man.
Hold up, and Pastor Porkchopper had you piss broke. You don't have to understand between the two. Go ahead.
Read on.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
And
for
keep
the
what?
Time, and keep those things that are written therein. For the time is at hand.
So, because the time is at hand, man. Time is at hand for us to start really getting into this Bible, reading this Bible, getting an understanding of what's in this Bible, man. The thing is, when you give in alms, we're gonna give into details and that, and then we get into offering. We're gonna pull the scriptures what the Christian pastors pull in the church. Matter of fact, we're gonna go to it right now. Give me Malachi. Let's go to it, man. These people, they'll read this all day long and misconstrue this and don't give no understanding. But guess what? You'll tear your pocket off trying to give you to the church, man. Read that out.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 7. Even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from mine ordinances.
See, because the Bible says it's a clear cut. Even from the days of our forefathers, we have gone away from God's ordinance, man. Read on.
And have not kept them.
And we ain't kept them, because guess what? They saying that you need to give 10% of your money and giving this and giving that, and then this next verse really gonna hit hard to a person, man, and make you take your pocket out, man. Read off.
Return unto me, and I will return unto you, said the Lord of hosts.
Said who?
Said the Lord of hosts.
Read on.
But he said, wherein shall we return?
He said, wherein shall we return? Read the next one.
Will a man rob God?
Oh man, now everybody finna open your pocketbooks up, man. Pull out your pockets. We need bunny rabbit ears in here, man. Everybody needs bunny rabbit ears. We want to tell y'all, take y'all pockets out, man. But guess what? The Bible don't require you to tear your pockets out, man. The Bible expects for us to give alms, and we're gonna cover what alms is. But guess what? We're gonna cover what these offering is too. Read it again out.
Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? in tithes and offerings.
He said in tithes and offerings. Let's go get that. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 22, man. Let's go get some more understanding of that, man. See what the tithes and offerings, the meaning and where they come from, and who's supposed to get the tithes and offerings.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Of thy what?
Of thy seed.
See, he said you should truly tithe all the increase of thy seed. Now a lot of times they will say, well, this is the modern day. We had money. Okay, we're gonna go back to the beginning and see if they had money. Hold y'all precept. Go to Genesis chapter 17. Because we finna cover all the little nicks and cranny bases because they like to reach. Go to Deuteronomy Genesis 17 and verse 12. Let me show y'all something right quick. Read that out.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised.
Now this is going into the circumcision when you have a newborn baby. When at the 8th day you're supposed to circumcise your baby. Read on.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money.
Bought with what?
Or bought with money.
So that lets you know from the beginning we had money, man. So don't try to get things twisted. They want to reach and go all the seed. They ain't talking about this the modern day. It's talking about seed. No, we had money too. So obviously this not business. It can't be talking about money. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 22.
Deuteronomy 14 and 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Of thy seed. This is not talking about money. This is talking about seeds, man. Read on.
That the field bringeth forth year by year.
He said that the field bringeth forth year by year, man. See, because a lot of times, guess what? They want to play semantics, man, and our people is reaching, man. But we ain't gonna play the game. We cover the bases, man. Read on up.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God.
What you gonna do with your tithes and offerings?
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God.
So how you gonna eat your money before the Lord thy God? No, you gonna eat your crops before the Lord thy God, man. Read on.
In the place which he shall choose to place his name there. The tithe of thy corn.
The tithe of thy what?
Of thy corn.
That's going into food. Read on.
Of thy wine.
It's going into drink.
And of thine oil.
And it's going into oil, man. Read on.
And the firstlings of thy herds. And of thy flocks.
Of thy flock. Read on.
That thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
Yeah, we may learn to fear the Lord thy God always, man. Read on, huh?
And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it.
So if your way be too long for you, and that you can't carry your tithes and offering, read on.
Or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money.
Now you should turn it into money, read on.
And bind up the money in thine hand, and shall go into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
Read on.
And thou shalt bestow the money for whatsoever the soul lusted after, for oxen.
For what?
For oxen.
So after we like the scriptures say, if your way be too long for you to give your tithes and offering, and we're gonna go into the people who tithes and offerings for. But it's your place, if it's too long for you to go into give your tithes and offerings, you can cash your tithes and offerings in. And guess what? He said, when you make it there, you can bestow your money for whatsoever thy soul lusted after. Read on, not in righteousness. Because our people, like I say, they reach, man. Read on, not
for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever the soul desire. And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household.
Read.
And the Levite that is within thy gate.
Read on now. This is going to explain to you who the tithes and the offerings go to. Read on now.
And the Levite that is within thy gate, thou shalt not forsake him, for he had no part for inheritance.
Because when the Lord was giving away lots of land, the Levites didn't get an inheritance. But the Levites were required to bring the word, So they had, the Levites was in all of our land because they was the high priest at the time. Read on now.
At the end of 3 years, thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thine increase. The same year, it shall lay it up within thy gates.
Read the next one.
And the Levite, because he had no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger and the fatherless.
Read on.
And the stranger and the fatherless and the widow, which are within thy gates, shall come and shall eat and be satisfied.
And shall eat and be satisfied, man. Read on.
That the Lord thy God may bless thee in all thy works of thine hand, which thou doest.
Now, That's the thing that our so-called Christian knights, they read the Bible, they don't get the understanding thereof, man. See, the thing is, but guess what? They read this Malachi 3, and let's go back to Malachi 3 and 8. They read this Malachi 3 and 8, and guess what happened? Everybody tear their pocket out. See, but the thing is, I wanted to go get a little bit on it. But once we go back, watch when we read the rest of this, because you just need to read down a little bit more, and it explains a little bit more.
It's a fear tactic they use.
That's it.
When they use that, when the man robbed God, then everybody in the church, dang, I don't want to rob God. Man, so that's when they go to grabbing their pocketbook. Man, right. Hold on. And then the preacher break it down to make you feel like you all in the wrong when you ain't getting that money.
You know, that's the game that they play, man, for our people. But guess what? We not realizing it. It's a church on every corner, just like it's a liquor store on every corner. Guess what? The church houses be filled up, and the church house looking nice, but you look at all the homes around them, their homes look destroyed. Yep. The fathers is out the home, even in some cases, the mothers out the home. And guess what? The television raising our children, and also guess what? The homes look destroyed. The community look destroyed. They ain't raising nothing, but you tear your pocket out for them because they read verses like this, like this in Malachi.
And it's also a psychological tactic too, like what I was going into, because it make you think you can pay your way to the kingdom. You know, but that's not according to the scriptures, man. You got to be putting in work, and you got to get the correct understanding of the scriptures. Go ahead.
Go on it. Read it up.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 9. Ye are cursed with a curse.
No, go back up to 8.
Verse 8, will a man rob God?
See, now, that's like, it's straight fear tactic. Will a man rob God? And now in your mindset, you like, dang, I don't want to rob no God, man. I can't do that, man. I'm out of line.
And just even when you think about it, just think about it. What do God need with money? God created the whole planet Earth, man. He don't need no money, man. You know, what amount of money can we give the Most High God, man? Or what temple can we build, God? You know, so it's just a lot of times our people need to just use common sense too. A lot of the times. Go ahead,
read on.
Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings.
Read.
Verse 9, you are cursed with a curse.
Now, when they read that, now the scare tactic really just set in like, dang, so if I rob God, if I don't give my 10%, man, if I don't give it to him, then I'm going to be cursed with a curse. And guess what? Our people tear their pockets off of these man, these pastors, man. They teach and they teach for hire, man. Read on now.
For ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Verse 10, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse.
He said, bring all the tithes into the storehouse. And y'all we read what the storehouse is supposed to have. Corn and oil and what else?
Meat, drink, meat.
That's what we're supposed to be bringing into our storehouse. Read on now.
That there may be meat in mine house.
That they may be what?
Meat in mine house.
I think they're going to say money.
And that there should be meat in mine house.
He said that he should be meat in his house, man.
And that meat is food. That's what he even said right here in this Bible.
Read on now.
And prove me now, herewith said the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall be no room enough to receive it.
Now they like, oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Lord, man. Well, Pastor, how much you think you can do this for? Well, man, you see this marker right here? And man, if you highlight the front of your refrigerator with this highlighter, it'll pay your house out by the end of the year. Yeah. Only thing you need to do is buy this marker for $999.
Right. And that's totally wrong what they get. When he say open up the windows of heaven, that's when he gonna make it rain, man, and make the crops grow.
Yeah, in fact, we can go get that. Go to Genesis chapter 7 and 11.
Go get it.
Genesis chapter 7, verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open.
Go down to 8 and 2.
8 and 2?
Yeah.
Verse 8, chapter 8, verse 2. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped. The rain from heaven was restrained.
That's what it's talking about. The rain from heaven. That's how your crops got to grow. We need water. That's what the rain is talking about.
That's right.
You open up the windows of heaven so your crops will grow.
Gone on it.
And that's real big because Pastor had you thinking that, oh yeah, man, if I just put this extra money in here, I'm gonna get an extra blessing. Nah, that's not what they say. That's corrupt, man.
That's a corrupt mind state, man.
That teaches a lie, man.
Let me get Micah 3:11 right quick. Micah 3:11. See how these pastors, man. The Bible cover all bases, man. Micah 3:11.
The book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
The heads thereof judge for reward.
They do what?
The heads thereof judge for reward.
Read on.
And the priests thereof teach for hire.
Because that's what they do, man. They use them verses, man, in this scare tactic, man, to make you to break your money out, man.
That's the hustle of the day. That's why a lot of prisoners get out. That's the hustle. Hey,
prosperity.
Man, I'm gonna be a pastor. Yeah, so you can get their money because they see the other pastors prosper.
Yep.
And they know they can get in this game and do that too.
That's right. That's prosperity preaching as it finds, man. You know, I mean, our forefathers wasn't no joke, man. They seen the future, man. They knew what was finna come on, man, and knew what was finna happen, man. Read on.
And the prophets thereof divine for money.
It made sure that they called it out. Literally, it divine for money. You doing this work purely and merely, only for money. That's the only reason why you doing it. You ain't doing this to save no soul. You ain't doing this to for the work of the Lord. No, you doing it to fatten your pockets. That's what a lot of people do, man. Read on.
And yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us.
They say, oh man, you give this, you sow this seed, man. You sow a seed of $100, man. Ain't no evil can come upon us. They tell you all kind of prosperity. They love a prosperity preacher, man.
And a lot of times people think that the Most High is dealing with them pastors because of a lot of things that they do have too. Like we always say, what's according to the scripture, guess what? The devil can give blessings also. Because if you're not keeping God's commandments by default, guess who you serve? You serving Satan, the devil. You know, so when those people getting those blessings, hey, they God is who giving those blessings.
Let's go to read the next verse. That'll clear what he was just saying about what's happening to Israel.
Verse 12. Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field.
We're getting mowed down, and that's why we getting broke, staying broke. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest.
And that's what that's us, man. We just out of place, out of line, broke down, poor, and the pastor riding off in the Rolls Royce.
That's how they roll it. Let me get Sirach chapter 9 and verse 10, man. Because guess what? We see those pastors riding in them Rolls Royces. We see different things. Guess what? We want to make money and do stuff like they doing too. We want this same. I want to live that lifestyle too, man. Read that up.
Sirach chapter 9, verse 10. Forsake not an old friend. For the
number Sirach verse 11. Drop down verse 11.
Verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
The Bible says don't envy not the glory of a sinner, man. Guess what? Just because the Lord ain't got him today, don't mean the Lord ain't gonna get him, man. They preaching for reward, man. And a lot of our people, guess what? They preach for higher. They don't preach for the reward of the kingdom. They preach for the reward of at your pocket, man. What you can give them. What have you done for me lately? That's what they preach for, man. Read on up.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Because you don't know what's gonna be the end of that person, man. That's doing this in sin, man. So don't be glorified because they in sin. Don't glorify in it because you don't know what's finna happen to that person. You don't know if a plague finna come on. You don't know what the Lord. You wake up and that person and this eye be over here and his tongue right there, and then now his eye speaking and now his tongue seeing. You don't know what the Lord will do to it, man.
That scripture should be in every hood too, because that's what brothers do. They see that hustler. They see that jaguar, whatever it is coming up real quick, making that money real quick. But you don't know, man, their income. You know what the beginning might be, the play game, but you don't know what it's like at the end, man.
And nowadays, they even know what it's like. And still we're going out there because they know you go to prison. It's been said to them 1,000 times. You know, we go to prison to be there.
Yeah, and then guess what? And then the hood conversation is so crazy to the point they do like this. Man, don't worry about it because when you go, man, You know what I'm saying? You just got to do this and this. They gonna explain to you what you're supposed to do when you go there.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want to go. See, that's the conversation you should be having. Like, no, I don't want to go, man. They try to tell you what, oh yeah, man, they just gonna do it like this. No, we ain't doing all that, man.
Yeah.
Read on up.
Verse 12, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished until their grave.
They say they will not go unpunished until they grave, man. The Bible, man, covers everything, man. It let you know, man, when you can marvel at this stuff if you want to, it ain't gonna go unpunished. The Lord said, I got to give you your just due, man. He gonna give you your just due. Matter of fact, read on.
Verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
Read on.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away the life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Come on that. Read that from the top again.
Verse 13, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill.
He said, man, keep thee from a person that had power to kill. That's going to something else though, but read on.
So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
Because don't doubt the fear of death, because that's a plague that the Lord can put on you. Because fear can come death can come at any time, man. Read on.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault.
Don't make no fault with the person that's ready to put you to death, man. But read on.
Lest he take away thy life presently.
Unless he take away your life, man, presently, read on.
Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Let's get back to the class, man. I kind of went in another direction, man. That's why I ain't kind of really expounding on it. But that is a good precept, though. Give me Ecclesiastes 10, verse 19. That's where I want to go. I need to make a point out of this whole situation, because a lot of times we look at the point of having money. Yeah, money is good. It's good to have some money, but it also explains the thing about money too, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 19.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. A feast is made for laughter.
A feast is made for enjoyment, man. Read on.
And wine maketh merry.
And wine do make it merry. It make you have a good time, man. Read on.
But money answereth all things.
Because money do answer a lot of things, man. Money answer all things. But money can't pay your way into the kingdom unless you get the penny. But we covered that too already. Unless you get that penny. Yeah, money answers all things, man. But the thing is, money also answers not only all things, money answers good and evil. Yeah. See, that's what the thing is. But the thing is, you can't make the money your God. That's the difference in between the thing. Guess what? To get out of trouble, guess what? You have a little money, guess what? If he got $1 million and I got $100, we commit the same crime. I'm pretty sure he gonna walk before I do. That's just how the world goes, man. It's gonna answer all things, man.
And it pay bills.
It do pay bills. And guess what? And it keep this troop going too, man. Because guess what we do? We need arms to help us out, push this thing, man. We in a bigger place now. All praise to the Most High. That's right. And we need to continue to keep growing, man. Thus said the Lord.
Because a lot of times we hear that on the comment boards. Well, what they got to go for be paid? What they need money for? Guess what? It takes money to build a nation, man. You know, y'all don't tell it to Esau that's robbing y'all blind every day, taking taxes out y'all checks to build up their nation. Guess what? It takes money to build things. We need to go certain places. We need flies. We need this. We need that. Guess what? It takes those things to build what we're doing for the most part. Go ahead,
and all Esau does is when he sit up there paying your tax and getting your money, you mad all year. Then he give you that gift at the end of the year with that income tax return, and that's just your money back.
Yeah,
and then you might not get most of that back. Go to 1 Timothy 6 and 10. We got still gonna cover that money a little bit more before we move on, man. Because the thing is, it's good to have money. We ain't saying there's nothing wrong to have money. Because money do cover a large basis of everything, man. Money do cover it. But the thing is, you can't make money your God. And that's what that makes the situation turns when you start making money of God, or you start idolizing the money. Well, I got to have this. I got to have it.
But loving it.
Mm-hmm. Read it up.
1 Timothy 6:10.
Mm-hmm.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The Bible said the love of money is the root of all evil. And what is the root of anything? It's the base or the beginning of anything.
That's where it started.
That's where it started, man. When you start loving money, that's when it said it is the root of all evil, man. And it said all in front of that mug. It didn't say parts of it. It said all in front of it. We don't know.
That's what America's about. America is about, even in their movies they tell you. It's, you see those people, foreigners come over here, and that's all they say. America, you gotta have that money. It's about money. It's always about money. Whenever they doing anything, every commercial, that's all their commercials about.
And it didn't say the money, because like you said, money is good. It helps you. It said the love.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you start going into it deeper, man. Start really caring about this money more than you care about anything.
Yeah, kill somebody over that.
That's right.
That's right.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after.
Because it's a lot of people coveted money, man. There's a lot of people, man. And guess what? When you start coveting money, guess what? A lot of times people understand that makes you start hating your brothers around you, man.
Right.
That make you start hating God, man. First and foremost, man. That make you start hating your creator. Because guess what? Like the Bible say, man, a gift will destroy your heart, man. The gift of America, that will destroy a lot of people's heart, man. We don't know.
They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
He said they have what?
Erred from the faith.
Because guess what? That's what money would make you do. When you start loving money, it makes you err from the faith, man. And have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Because guess what? After you love this money so much, guess what you do? You go out and sell some drugs. Now you're in the prison. Now you're in prison. Now guess what? You're gonna be in sorrow for some years. And sorrow comes suddenly. And now you stuck like Chuck.
Jump down to 17 now, because like we say, and like what we just bringing out earlier, the Most High commands us to charge them that are rich. If brothers do have a little bit of more, guess what? It is your obligation to your nation to help more. If you can provide more, guess what? That is the commandment for our brothers and sisters to do. We don't demand you, like I said, if you could give more than what you can, hey, all praise to the Most High. But like the Bible says, give what you can. Read that out.
1 Timothy 6:17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded.
That they be what?
Not high-minded.
Read on,
nor trust in uncertain riches.
So the Most High God commands us, charge them that are rich, just like Nicodemus. These brothers' help came to Christ at night, so the people wouldn't see them. But guess what? They put in much arms, man. Put in much work. They helped bury Christ. Read on,
But in the living God.
But in what?
But in the living God.
So we should put our trust in uncertain riches, because a lot of times, like I was saying, a lot of times people are chasing that bag, chasing money. That these things won't profit them nothing to get them to the kingdom, man. Read on up.
Who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Because he give us all these things to enjoy, but guess what? We don't set those things as our God. You got some up?
I was going to precept what y'all saying about you will hate God if you love money. Matthew 6:24.
I know, I got that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now you bring it out right quick.
Go ahead.
Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other.
Read it. Go ahead.
You cannot serve God and man.
God and money.
Right.
That's basically what they're saying. You cannot serve God and money. You can't. Because you gonna hate the one and love the other.
That's right.
Go back to the 1 Timothy and go and read that 18, the next verse on that.
Verse 18. That they do good, that they be rich in good works.
See, the Most High give us money though for us to do good with the money. Go ahead.
Ready to distribute, willing to communicate.
Ready to distribute, not to keep for yourself, not to be stingy, but ready to distribute, give out to the people, especially for us, so we can communicate with the other nations, with Israel. That's lucky.
Ton on that, man.
Rich man.
Matter of fact, read verse 19. Just keep going, man.
Verse 19. Laying up in the store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come.
He said a good foundation. See, that's giving. Like you say, once we charge them, guess what? It's laying up. You laying up stuff for the times to come, man.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You giving alms. Guess what, man? Just like brothers and sisters giving alms here. Your life might go out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's gonna go on, man. You know what I mean? But guess what? But once you put forth that work, guess what, man? The Lord, guess what? You might can't afford but $1 a week, and your lights end up getting cut off. Guess what? Then your light bill $200 or $300, and you've been paying $1 a week, but that's as much as you can afford. The Lord might bless you. Guess what? Here you go. Your light's back on, man.
Yeah, we're going on to help you out. That's what that's
And that's
for.
what that's for,
That's
man.
exactly what it's for.
That's what it's for.
Like I said, people get down on hard financial times or anything, medical problems. Guess what? That's what the body is for. That's what the congregation is for. That's what alms is for. Just imagine what TD Snakes and them can do with all that tithe and money. We can have hospitals out here. Guess what? We can have our own schools out here if they was using it wisely, though. You know, we could have our own banking systems, man. They're not putting that use to that money nothing but to fill up their own bank accounts.
And he buying apartments, and then you would think he would have them at a discount price. They the same price as the regular apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you just got. All you just became a landlord. That's all you became. You used the money and became a so-called white man.
Come on that. Let me get Tobit, man. Chapter 4, verse 6, man. Going through some of these alms, man. Show you why we give alms, man.
Now they know what tithing is. Then it's time to get in the alms.
Come on,
let them know that's a difference. Period.
Come on.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For if thou deal truly, thy doing shall prosperously succeed to thee.
It said if you deal truly, if you deal like you supposed to do, just like your mother, or I mean, like your father, mother talk to the children. If you do what you're supposed to do, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Read on up.
And to all them that live justly.
And to all them that live justly. Read on.
Give alms of thy substance.
It said give alms of your substance, because guess what? Alms can be more than just money, man. A lot of us look at alms and just what I can give you out of my pocket. Alms can be, guess what? This brother needs some help.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? And like, say for his back porch done broke, and he need me to go over there and help him put his back porch back together. That's me can give alms.
Exactly.
I can go over there and help that brother put his stuff back together, man.
The time that you put in with this truth and your brothers and your sisters to help them out when they need you. That's a good point.
And not on that's still like money too, because it have to cost that brother to do a lot of that stuff. So we help each other so he can keep some money in his pocket and pay his bills while we do the work, instead of trying to hire somebody to do it and he got to come out of his pocket.
Come on, read on up.
Give alms of thy substance,
Mm-hmm.
and when thou givest alms, let not thine eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of God shall not be turned away from thee.
It says, because it's telling you when you give alms, man, don't give alms, man, wholeheartedly, man. Want to give the alms to somebody, man. Don't give it to, oh man, I just give him, just, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just give it to him, man. He really don't need it, but I'm gonna give it. No, give it to him with an open heart, man. Give your arms with an open heart, man. Don't be no envious. Don't put no envious eye behind that thing, man. Give it open to like, man, no, that brother needs some, or that sister needs some help. Help that person, man.
And it's not talking about giving it to the poor, meaning the people that's
on the street,
at the street corner, at the light. That's talking about the poor is Israel and the Israelites that's keeping these laws, statutes, man. Like he said, given to a godly man.
Man.
And help not a sinner.
That's exactly right. Know who you give it, know you doing good to.
Exactly.
Read on up.
Verse 8, if thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly.
Now that's going into what we just covered, man. If you got alms, we said, read it again.
If thou hast abundance.
If you have a whole lot, if you have a lot, read on.
Give alms accordingly.
Because much giving is much required, man. If the Lord give you, guess what? Say for the Lord give me a lot of strength, you know what I'm saying? A lot of muscles and strength. Guess what? And there's a lot of people in our congregation, a lot of people in Israel need some help. A godly person that needs some help. And that need help moving. I can offer myself to help move them, man.
Right.
Because I know that, guess what, man? This ain't gonna hurt me. I can do this all day long. Guess what? It's something that I got, and I'm gonna use what the Lord gave me. But guess what? If you give you, say for instance, I'm Michael Jordan, and he give me all this money, you think I'm supposed to just sit up here and sit on this money, man? What I'm finna do? Leave it? No, if he give me a lot, I gotta give a whole lot, man. It might not, well, my lot might not be a lot to you, but to the Lord, oh yeah, they're pretty good. I'm glad you gave that much. You know what I'm saying?
That wicked Michael Jordan, he giving a lot. He giving a lot to the casino.
Yeah. No, I ain't trying to say that Michael Jordan is giving it to this walk. I'm not saying it. That ain't the point I'm making. But I know a lot of people are rich, man. They're rich. But I'm just saying we have money like Mike. We don't know.
If thou have abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little.
You see, if you ain't got nothing but a little, guess what, man? If I blessed, the Lord blessed me to have $7. If He gave me $7, I said, Lord, I got to eat all this week, but I'm finna go to class. Man, I got to give them at least, man, $1 out of my money, man. I don't even care, man. Give the $1, man.
Right.
If the Lord put it on your heart for you to give it, give the $1, man.
And don't be ashamed because that's all you got is $1.
For real,
Just say,
man.
man, that's all I got. Don't be ashamed. Ain't nobody finna be telling, oh, that's broke, man. You don't never. No, man.
That's going into pride. That's why you can get all these subjects, man. What, you know what I'm saying? Charity. That's pride. You can't be big enough to say, yeah, man, you know what, I'm down right now. We know Israel hurting, man.
Is that
the scripture saying, man? We got brothers and sisters in situations to help. They need to help more, man.
Come on there. Read on up.
Verse 9. For thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity.
Then they keep saying the same thing. Once you put your work in or put your arms in, you laying up, it's basically going into the same thing with tithe and offering. You putting things into the storehouse. You putting your blessings on, you putting some blessings, guess what? For the time of trouble or whatever you going through, you putting them back. So you can have that when you going through different situations, man. But like I say, man, look at man, Esau ain't loosening that yoke up on our neck, man, and he ain't gonna loosen it up, man. Read on, huh?
Verse 10. Because that alms do deliver from death.
What the alms do?
Because that alms do deliver from death.
Because alms do deliver from death. Your work, your charity, your whatever you put into this walk, guess what? It delivers from death, man. The stuff that you put in, guess what, man? A lot of people don't understand how they can go off in the truth, and a lot of time you don't see that person get put to death because a person that probably had put much alms in.
You get a precept right quick. I know First Peter 4:8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Because a lot of times people that don't believe in the Apocrypha, we hear this from Christian apologists all the time. They thinking that scripture right there in Tobit, they think that means you can pay your way into the kingdom. Right. That is not what this talking about. Right. When you get the context of the scripture, just like with the precept I brought up, they're just saying if you do good in this truth, guess what? The Most High will look out for you when you need a little bit of help.
And I'm glad he brought that out in the New Testament.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times they use alms when they say this is one of the reasons that the Bible the Apocrypha was taken out, because they saying, see, it's saying you can be delivered from debt between arms. But then when we go, but they believe in the New Testament. I'm glad you brought that out. Read that again.
First Peter chapter 4 verse 8.
Because not just Yahweh Shah blood delivered us from death, but this here.
And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
What? Say that again.
For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
The love of your brother covers a multitude of sins.
Right.
Just like the alms cover debt. So a lot of times you be thinking somebody's supposed to, you don't know what they did. They done been giving alms and secretly.
Right.
Like we supposed to.
That's right. So I know where I got that.
Read on up.
Verse 11. For alms is a good gift unto all that give in it the sight of the Most High.
So guess what? Because the Lord see you giving your alms, man. Lord see you give your alms. Matter of fact, let's see what the Lord says. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6, man. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. See what the Lord said about these alms.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 1.
Because he talked about the alms too. Read on.
Take heed that ye do not Take heed that you do not your alms before men.
So you don't give your alms before men, because a lot of time people they don't want. He basically telling you, don't come up to you, hey, been a night taking alms and we and give them my money. No, man, you don't. Guess what, man? You don't give your alms out like that, man. Guess what? You don't even want to give your. A lot of time, and I'm paraphrasing, but a lot of time our people. They like to go in the store and they pull out a big wad of money, man.
For $1 bag of chips.
Like, come on, man. Because that make you look good, huh?
And the thief waiting outside.
For real.
Outside.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
He got a bag of M&Ms. He got the pocket full of money.
Take heed that you do not your alms before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise, you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
See, because that's not a charitable deed that you did, man. Man, because what person, man, if somebody say they're giving charity to anything, you don't supposed to tell nobody all the charity. Everybody like to brag about the charities that they do and all that. Man, that's not no good. Man, you supposed to.
And that lets you know if that charity giving is genuine or not.
That's right.
Because a lot of times, brother, when they genuine about it, they ain't gonna say nothing. They just gonna do it, man. Yeah. That's something
like
that the Most High put on their spirit.
When he said that, that all goes back to that same thing. Right.
Right, that's it, man.
Because a lot of times what Ak is bringing out, the Most High has this set up for a reason, because for that brother that can't give a little, you just seen that brother spit a big wad, guess what? That'll put doubt in that brother, man. Like, dang, my money ain't good enough. So that's why the Most High say, do this in secret, man. Give what you can. If you could give more, all praise to the Most High. If you can't, all praise to the Most High, man.
And they do that at the church, man. They pastor come up and ask for money, then ask again. And it's always a dude running up there with it in his hand just to show that he's doing that. And then other people sitting there like, dang, he must be blessed. No, he is getting cursed doing that.
Yeah, he must be a dang on fool.
Yeah, but he's up there trying to show that, hey, my job doing it. You know what I'm saying? For real. And then, boy, when they fire him on that Monday, boy.
For real, man.
Let me get that back.
Where that collection plate.
Read on now.
Therefore, when thou doest thy own, do not sound a trumpet before thee.
Man, when you give your own, don't be. Come on, man. We can't do all that mess, man. Guess what, man? You give your own how you supposed to, how the Bible said to give it, man. Don't go outside the box, man. It's just so simple, man. Guess what, man? You catch whoever you give your arms to, give that to that person, man. Look here, man. And you ain't got the Lord gonna take care of you, man. The scripture gonna tell you what the Lord gonna do for you when you do it, man.
Man, we was at a church, man. I just gotta bring this up. I remember we used to go out. I used to always be tripping off how they used to come down there and they used to be waving they tie. They put them in the envelope. They used to run down there waving. Now we was at one church one time, we doing a show up there. Boy, these mothers came up there, they got the gig and the dance. It's offering time. It's offering time. They would $7 dropping, doing all the dance. But all of them had this money just waving, shaking and everything with them. And I'm like, boy, I was like, they are tripping with this time.
I know all our people done seen that video with Creflo Holiday with that show that they put on, man. That's a mockery, man. That's not doing nothing the scriptures say, man. Go ahead,
read on.
Do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets.
He said, it's just a clean cut, man. Christ didn't play no game. He cut you off the top, man. Read on.
That they may have glory of men.
That they may have glory of me. That's what the hypocrites do. They want to show everybody they gave them the Christ said, man, them hypocrites, man. Read on.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
That's their reward. That everybody see that you give, So you just really gave, if you gave tens of thousands of dollars, you gave tens of thousands of dollars for nothing. You just did it for nothing.
You did it for something, for that robber. Let's see, he got a little bit.
Yeah, he got
That's their reward. That's their reward. You get put on notice.
Read on.
Verse 3, but when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
He said, man, look, when you give alms, man, guess what, man? You know how brothers do, they go on and slide. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand do. Man, look at give what you gonna give, man. You ain't got to tell everybody what you're gonna give. Give what you gonna give, man. Read on.
That thine alms may be in secret.
You give your alms in secret, man. That's what the Bible said, man. Read on.
And thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly.
Because guess what, man? The Most High see your Most High see your alms, man, that you give. He see what you give. He gonna give you the reward, man. He gonna give you your just reward, man. So we ain't got to sit up here and go through the. We ain't got to sit up here and be sound no trumpets. We ain't got to be going through a whole lot of stuff. Just give your alms in secret, man, because the Lord see all your secrets, man. He rewards your secrets, good or bad. Give me Sirach chapter 7 and verse 10, right quick. Ain't gonna be no long class, man.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Be not faint-hearted when thou makest thy prayer, and neglect not to give alms.
It said, be not faint-hearted when you give your prayers. And it said, don't neglect to give your alms, man. Don't neglect to give your alms. Because a lot of our people, we neglect that thing, man. We neglect our alms, man. Guess what? A lot of us pray. A lot of us throw prayers up. A lot of us throw fasts up. But guess what? Alms is part of your deeds too that you're supposed to do, man, in this walk, man. And that's what a lot of people kind of miss too. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Tobit right quick.
And a lot of people that come out of the truth. I mean, got in this truth. They thinking, well, I got away from having to pay them tithes to the Westland. But it's still alms you're supposed to be doing. I know you're not supposed to pay the tithes that you were doing at church. Mm-hmm. But it's still alms. And a lot of them don't want to give it up because they're going against what the church was doing.
Mm-hmm. Now, this basically going into the same thing I was just explaining to you just a second ago about people that do their prayer and fasting, but alms go hand in hand right along with the rest with it. Read it up.
Tobit chapter 12, verse 8. Prayer is good with fasting and alms.
With what?
Prayer is good with fasting and alms.
And what else?
And righteousness.
All of those go. They tell you they all on the same line. All of them are on the same line. It said prayer is good with fasting, alms, and righteousness. All of them are on the same line. Just like when Christ told Christ told the disciples when they were trying to cast out the demons, they couldn't cast the demons out of their brother. And he said, man, why we couldn't cast it out? He said, much prayer and fasting. Guess what? So it let you know that prayer is good with fasting, but you got with alms and with righteousness too. All this on the same level, man. All this on the same level, man.
And that's going into where it's actually saying the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. That's the effectual fervent prayer when you're doing that, giving alms, praying, and you fast, and that's when the Most High hear your prayers.
Come on it. Read on up.
Those that exercise a little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. Mm-hmm. It is better to give alms than to lay up gold.
It's better to give alms than to put your money in the bank, man. It's better. This is the Bible basically telling you it's better you give up. It's better for you to give alms than put money in the bank, man. You can keep all the gold you want to, but you ain't giving no alms, then that gold ain't gonna mean nothing to you because it's gonna go away real quick from you. Read on up.
For alms do deliver from death.
It's the alms do deliver from death, man. Read on.
And shall purge away all sin.
And shall purge. See, look, man, we couldn't make this up, man. The Bible says those things, man. Read that part again.
For alms do deliver from death.
Alms deliver from death. And what else it do?
And shall purge away all sins.
And shall purge away all sins, man. Read on.
Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life.
He said, those that exercise alms the right way, the way the Bible explains on how you're supposed to give alms. Guess what, man? Look at you just laying up a lot of stuff you just putting a lot of charity and a lot of alms in the bank when you do it, man. The bank of the Most High. That's the bank you want to go to, man. That check ain't gonna never come back forward, man. Let me get Sirach chapter 12 right quick. I want to bring this one precept. I got to bring that Sirach chapter 12 and verse 7. Can't forget this verse right here, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Give unto the good and help not the sinner.
It said, give unto the good and help not the sinner. Because a lot of our people think, guess what? They think, we've all been given to the poor. But the Bible said, give unto the good and help not a sinner. I wanted to kind of point that out because I know our people, they'll misconstrue those things, man. Like I said, this wasn't gonna be no long class today. Wanted to kind of touch on this alms, so maybe brothers and sisters can kind of get a further understanding what alms do and how it does for you. This class right here really can go much longer. But I want to bring this one precept out, man, about show you how our people work. Give me Sirach 44 and verse 8. It's the last precept, man.
Brother Sirach chapter 44, verse 8. There be of them that have left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported.
It said it be people that it says there be of them that left a name, because some people leave a good name behind them, man. And praises might be reported, man, of that person, man. Read on up.
And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished, as though they had never been.
Now, some people that get in this walk, man, they perish, you know what I'm saying? They name might not even be mentioned, man. Read on up.
And are become as thou they had never been born.
And become as if they never been born. Read on.
And their children after them.
Even the children after them. Read on up.
But these were merciful men.
But all of them were merciful men because they did the walk and they did what the Lord said to do, man. You know,
whose righteousness had not been forgotten.
And they righteousness won't be forgotten, man. So when you doing the walk of the Lord, or you doing the work of the Lord, giving your alms, putting that brick in for the Most High, man. Guess what, man? Your name might not be mentioned as a deacon or a captain. Your may not be mentioned as sister so and so. Your may not be mentioned as all those people that's renowned men. But guess what? If you doing the work just as much as they doing the work, guess what? The Lord ain't gonna forget your work. Ain't gonna forget your works either, man. With that, you say shalom. Those that I need to get a lot of time.
Deuteronomy 17 and 17.
Deuteronomy 17. Those is on those is on Facebook, YouTube. It's a subscribe button, man. Brother brought out a good point, man. Those is might have a professional career, man. We ain't gonna put you out if y'all want to give alms or whatever, or come put the work in. We ain't gonna put you on the front street, man, or whatever. Just, man, our contact information is on the thing, man. Get with us, man. We welcome all brothers and sisters, man, that's of Israel, man, to come join us to put this work in, to put the arm in for the Most High God, man. Read it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 17.
Now, what we really want is the second part. Read that up.
Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away.
Read this second part.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Read that again.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Neither shall he multiply to himself silver and gold, that it turn his heart away from this truth. Yeah. That you make that money your God. You know, right. So it's okay to have money, but you don't want to make it your God to where you putting it above the Most High, because we got to understand He's the one that gave it to us in the first place. Oh. So, brothers and sisters, y'all write that down, man.
Yeah. And with that, say shalom. Shalom. Come to the new building.